Hi!
Hello, and welcome to the Daily Almanac for February 6th. So, let's get started.
This day in history!
On this day in history, February 6, 1911, Ronald Reagan was born. Do you know what he was famous for? Well, if you said he was the 40th president of the United States, you'd be right. But before Ronald Reagan became president, he served as governor of California. And that's not too surprising. I mean, many governors go on to become president. But do you know what his job was before that? Well, first, he was a sports announcer. And then he became an actor. Yes, Ronald Reagan was an actor. He starred in movies and on television shows for many years before he became governor and president. In one movie, he portrayed a baseball player, which brings us to another person born on February 6th in 1895. Probably the most famous baseball player who ever lived. Several movies were made about his life, although none were starring Ronald Reagan. And a candy bar was even named after him. Can you guess? It was Babe Ruth, whose real name was George Herman Ruth. Did you know the Babe grew up in an orphanage and was very poor? Well, all that changed when professional scouts saw him playing ball for the orphanage team. The Babe became a great pitcher for the Red Sox, and then an even greater home run hitter for the Yankees. And before long, he was the highest paid athlete in the world. You know, there was a time in their lives when no one would have dreamed that Ronald Reagan would become president or that George Ruth would become the famous Babe. But that didn't stop them. And I hope it won't stop you from following your dreams either. Oh, and one more thing. Finally, on this day in 1788, Massachusetts became the 6th state to enter the United States of America. Way to go, Massachusetts! Today on Word Power, we're going to talk about the word binoculars. We all know that binoculars are devices which you look through in order to see something far away. People who like to watch birds always have a pair of binoculars hanging from their necks. The word binocular combines the Greek words for two and eyes.
Ooh, extremes.
Today on Extremes, we ask, what people eat the most sugar every year? The answer is the people in Belize. On average, each person in Belize consumes about 138 pounds of sugar every year, which is 62.6 kilograms. That means that they eat over 2.5 pounds or 1.1 kilograms of sugar every week. I guess you could say that they have some sweet teeth in Belize. I just hope they brush and floss their teeth really well.
Health tips.
Your larynx is your voice box. It's right here, just about in the middle of the neck. Now, if you place your fingers on the front of your neck and say ah, ah, you can feel the vibrations. Those are your vocal cords vibrating in your larynx. When you have trouble making sound, it's called laryngitis. Sometimes you get laryngitis from yelling too loud and too long, like at a football game. Sometimes laryngitis is caused by a germ infection. To help prevent laryngitis, don't overuse your voice when you're rooting for your favorite team, and be sure to keep your throat from getting too cold and wet by wearing a scarf in bad weather. Are you ever surprised at how clean your school looks when you arrive in the morning? The floors are sparkling, the carpets are vacuumed, and the tables are nice and clean. The janitors in your school work very hard to get the school ready for you each day. Sometimes the cleaning products that are used to clean the floors and bathrooms are made with toxic chemicals. They're not good for the janitors to breathe, and they're bad for the earth when they're washed down the drain. You could ask your janitors if they're using earth-friendly cleaning products. If they're not, tell your teacher and your principal that you think it would be a good idea to use earth-friendly cleaning products at the school. Well, that's all the time we have left today for Daily Almanac. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you tomorrow.